Hi everyone, just a little Sunday afternoon live. Just wanted to touch in with everybody, so to speak. Beautiful fresh celery. I'm just making up some pork. This isn't a cooking video, I just thought I'd say hello to everybody whilst I've got the opportunity to do so in the kitchen. Ta-da! Here we are. And I'm just knocking up a bit of Sunday lunch. Pork's in the oven, and I'm just going to make some veg to go with it. We're trying to cut down on the potatoes and the carbs, but Jamal, hi, what are you cooking today? I'm actually cooking pork. Hang on, I'll show you, and you can have a look. Ouch, ouch. You can hear it as well. So there's my pork, got some onion in with it. Great big joint of pork there, crackling on the top, which I cut off. I cut one way round and I've turned it over to cut the other way around. It's a beautiful piece of pork. Are you on the radio later? Yes, I am. I'll be on the radio at 6 o'clock, 6 till 8. Solihull Radio, www.solihullradio.com, or you can ask Google Play or Alexa or any good listening devices as well. And yeah, I'll be on there again later. So I've got 2 radio shows now, if you haven't seen my post, and the other one will be starting in the next couple of weeks as well. So I'll have one show on Solihull Radio and another show on a brand new radio station called Serenity Radio, and that's a radio station that's all to do with spirituality, positive energy, health, well-being, mind, fitness, all of those sort of things. And there's some amazing presenters joining that station, and there's going to be some incredible guests. It's brand new, it goes live in 45 countries, and if you want to find out more, go to the website serenityradio.co.uk. Serenity spelled S-E-R-E-N-I-T-Y, radio, R-A-D-I-O, .co.uk. Yeah, and that's going to be really exciting. It's going to be totally different to my Solihull Radio show, because that's all to do with the psychic side of me. So for those of you that aren't aware, I'm an intuitive psychic as well. So I've got an intuitive psychic page where I do stuff on there. Those that know will know where to find it, or those that are interested. I don't sell it to anybody else because you're either into psychic stuff or you're not. So if anybody wants to know, feel free to message me direct. If it's not your thing, then just carry on enjoying what you're listening to with me on a day-to-day basis, really. Actually, what I'm doing here, I said it wasn't a cooking video, but I'm just going to show you what I'm doing here because it's just a little bit different. So here, I've chopped up some celery, and I'm just chopping up some white cabbage, which I'm just going to chop up some more. Doesn't matter, you can be quite random with it in your slices. And I'm just going to, we're not having potatoes with our lunch. I do like potatoes sometimes, but today isn't one of those times because we want something lighter. I'm just going to put that in here, in the bowl. And I've also chopped up, how do I describe it in weight? Probably about 25 gram of onion to go in with this mix as well, with the celery and the cabbage. I'm just wondering, we're going to send some extra over for Steve's lovely nan as well, so I'm just going to put a little bit more cabbage in there so she can try that as well. And then I'm just going to do something just to, these are some little tricks around changing the flavour, so I'm just going to show you what to do here. Jamal, look what you've made me do actually. I wasn't going to have a cooking video. Have we got the red open, Steve? I don't think there is that? Steve's. So I'm just going to get a bit of red wine and I'm just going to sprinkle that over this white cabbage. I do this with red cabbage as well, only a bit, just to give it a bit of sourness. And then I'm also going to add a touch of white wine vinegar. And then I'm going to add into there a little bit of garlic olive oil as well, and a little bit There's it gone. Garlic salt as well. There you are. So instead of normal salt, I've just used a bit of garlic salt. Garlic salt in there as well. And then I've pre-boiled a kettle. So I'm just going to pour this hot water over here, because the great thing about this is it will just cook up in the microwave 4 or 5 minutes and it will cook nicely. I've also chopped a few chestnut mushrooms that will serve up there. Now there's just one more thing I want to do with this mix. I just want to add a little bit more colour to it. So I'm over in the fridge. I'm not literally in the fridge or the freezer, and I'm just getting some frozen corn out, and I'm just going to throw some of that in. Anyway, look, I did say this isn't a cooking video, and Jamal, you've set me off in a different direction. Jennifer Bolton, hello my lovely. I'm just going to add some sweet corn in here, not only for colour, it also is a bit of flavour as well. So we'll stir that, give it a stir with a knife. Oh, you're not supposed to stir with a knife. Stir with a knife, end up with strife. Hang on then. We'll go back to a spoon. Sorry, knife. Take that back. I'm just going to stir that lovely mix in together. And I'm just going to add a little bit more of something in there. Just for a little bit more colour. And I'm doing this just to give it a bit more colour. Oh dear, I poured too much. Poured too much in, but you can never have too much veg. That's what I was taught. Because it's good for you. Doesn't really help you put on weight unless it's potatoes and it's high carborific. And now I can't do the clip at the top. There we are, done it. But how's everybody finding it? We're almost at a lockdown, aren't we? Things are changing. Everything will start to go back to normal. I see, you know, it's weird, isn't it? You look on Facebook, and while all this corona was going on, everybody was like, be kinder, be this, be that. Say thank you to the NHS, show our love, this, that and the other. And then the next thing, everybody's slating each other all over the internet, whether it be to do with race or religion or arguing about the same things but arguing about wording. It's just disgraceful, really. And everybody's been mass manipulated by the media, because it's just huge stories that the media turn people against each other on. But that's a whole different debate that I don't want to get into. I support everybody that shares love and energy with me. I give them just as much respect back in return, as I guess do many of you there. Right, I've poppity pinged that on for 4 minutes. But anyway, how are you? That's the question. How's life treating you? Ah, nice to see those lovely hearts there. They've got me from Jennifer. Oh, pardon me. Congrats on your new radio show. Ah, thank you, my lovely. I'm really looking forward to it, Jennifer. It should be absolutely great. Does anybody like to do this? Like, it's full of goodness, this is. You know when you get a white cabbage and you cut the hard stem out the middle? And it literally is as crunchy as that. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. It's a shame to waste it because it's full of goodness. The goodness of the earth, as my nan used to say. Yeah, so I just thought, I'm cooking up this piece of pork. Let's just check on that again. Whoop. Oh, look at that. And of course we get a lot of smoke from the pork because the fat is burning up on top. Look at that, look, for a piece of pork. Oh, hang on. I'm just going to take it off. I'm just going to show you this way. There it is, sizzling away. There's my piece of crackling. So I cut that layer of fat off the top of the meat. I put some honey over it. It's not burnt. Well, it could be burnt, but that's because I put honey and some spices over it. But the actual main piece of pork itself, look at that. That is just going to fall off that bone because I've been cooking it for a while. And I've just turned that all upside down to try and cook that out a bit and cook out some of that in there. And then you've got the hard crackling on the other. Ow! Ow! Why on earth, Phil, did you put your finger on a piece of hot? Not really the cleverest thing to do. Also, if you're watching my show on the radio, watching it in the background on Facebook, it's great for you to be able to tune in, tell me what request you want, but actually if you want to listen to the show, do a couple of things to make the gravy. Good old Bisto, gravy granules. The nation's favourite, it says. Is it the nation's favourite? So I'm going to get that, and then what I'll also do is I'll use some of the juice from this pork, fat basically, that we full of flavour. And I'll also use, am I going to put gravy on your hands, Steve? Put it in the pot separate. There you are, it's trying to reconnect. And I'll also use some of the juice out of the veg, which will be full of goodness as well. Which will give us that lovely, lovely flavour. I think that pork might be cooked. I'm just going to have a little cut into it and see how it's doing. So I'm going to get me a fork, I'm going to get me a steak knife and just see what's going on. I'm going to put that in there. How am I putting that? That can go back in the oven. I'll give it another blast on a tray. I'm just going to have a cut into the middle of this pork to see how it's looking. That probably wants a bit more of a cook in there, so I'm going to do two things. I'm going to push the pork over a bit. Still got another 20 minutes left, so that's nice. I'm going to move that onion down there. Keep losing you, lovely. Must be the signal. Yeah, it must be. There's always something going wrong, isn't there? Always something. Anyway, I've only come on to say hi, to see how everybody's doing, just so you can see I'm well. I've just been for a cycle on my bike, trying to just keep that fitness bit going, which is important. See what I'm doing here? This is a little tip. Crunch up a bit of tin foil, put it in the bottom of the tray so it sits above the fat, then get your pork crackling, like so, and just stick it back in there so it cooks in the dry heat, but the fat runs off it, like so, and it will dry out, it won't cook in the fat, which is exactly what you want to happen with the pork crackling. Nobody likes a gooey, greasy crackling. So there we are, that's back in, cooking away. And with that, that's it. I only wanted to say hello. I've been for a cycle. I had a bit of a sweat. I put the pork in before I went out, and now I'm back. And I just hope that you're all keeping well, keeping safe, and I'll look forward to interacting with you again very soon. All right, have a great day. Enjoy your Sunday lunch or whatever you're doing this afternoon, and I'll catch you all soon. All right, take care. Bye bye.